Hi, Gerardo Perez here with GP Accounting and Tax Services, coming to you from our office in Hayward, California. So the end of the tax season is approaching, so we'll be reviewing some non-refundable tax credits that you should be keeping in mind when filing your 2016 individual income tax return. And those are filed on, those are reported on lines 48 through 54 of the 1040. So just jumping right into it, the first item is a foreign tax credit. So if you paid taxes to a foreign country or U.S. possession, and the income is also subject to tax in the United States, then the IRS allows you to take a credit on your U.S. 1040 for the taxes paid to that foreign country, or they allow you to itemize your deductions with the taxes paid to that foreign country on your Schedule A. Next is credit for child and dependent care expenses. So if you had to hire a babysitter or enroll your students into Kidango or something along those lines, then you can actually deduct those expenses on your U.S. 1040 individual income tax return. And that's reported on Form 2441. And one thing to really keep in mind when reporting child and dependent care expenses is that the parents have to actually be going to work or in school to take those dependent care expenses as a deduction on your U.S. 1040 individual income tax return. So if you don't work, then unfortunately you cannot take those expenses as a credit on your 1040. Number 3 is education credit. So this is for all you college students. So there are 2 types of education credits. The first education credit is the American Opportunity Credit, and that's for your first 4 years of college. So if you're in your first 4 years of college, then you can deduct up to $2,500 of your tuition per year. So that's the American Opportunity Credit, and that's again just for your first 4 years of college. The second is a Lifetime Learning Credit. So this is just a general credit. So there's no limitation on which years you're actually in college. It's just a credit that is granted to all students. Or if you're a professional and taking some type of vocational school to increase your job skills, then you can also be eligible for this credit. And the credit is for up to $2,000 of your expense. So American Opportunity Credit, first 4 years of college. Lifetime Learning Credit, you can take the credit as long as you're in school or going to a vocational school to increase your job skills. Next here is a Retirement Savings Contribution Credit. So you can deduct up to $2,000 if you're single and $4,000 if you're married. And however, these credits are subject to adjusted gross income limitations. So be sure to reach out to your tax professional or myself to actually find out what those limitations are. Number 5 here is the Child Tax Credit. So you receive a child tax credit for each child that you claim as a dependent that is 16 years of age or younger as of December 31st, 2016. So you get $1,000 per child, up to 3 children, and there is one caveat to that. As if you're single and you make above $75,000 as your adjusted gross income, then for every $1,000 you make above $75,000, your child tax credit will be decreased by $50. So for instance, if you make if your adjusted gross income is $76,000, then you will only be granted a child tax credit of $950. For the additional $1,000 above $75,000, it will subtract $50 from your child tax credit. So that is the number 5, child tax credit, non-refundable deduction on your U.S. 1040 individual income tax return. Lastly here is a residential energy credit. So this is for individuals who purchase solar panels for their home, some type of energy efficient water heater, then the IRS grants up to 30% of a deduction of the expenditure for that system. So if you pay $10,000 for a solar system on your home, then you can deduct up to $3,000 of that expenditure. So that's the non-refundable credit video for this week. Please subscribe below or leave a comment. Also, if you'd like to send me or contact me via email, you can send me an email at gerardo.perez@gpaccountingandtax.com. It was great coming to you this week. I look forward to seeing you next week. And have a great evening. Bye-bye.